What up, everybody? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I've had several young men in comment sections from previous videos ask me to, and in real life, they ask me this too when I talk to young men, guys at the job. They ask my opinion on why women today does not seem like they want to do struggle love. And in the comment section, several men have made comments, not only on my videos, but others that I have seen, that in particular, black women don't seem like they want to do struggle love. They don't seem like they want to meet the guy where he's at and grow with him. They come across as wanting someone that's already complete and the man is on his way, but at the same time, she may be expecting too much from him too soon financially. And so I want to tackle that if I can. And I want us to approach this at a mature place. This is not a channel for kids. When you come here, I'm asking you to turn on your thinking caps and just think. I don't have to be right. I just want you to think. I've said before, and I will continue to say, that there are four areas that I believe has hurt, in particular, the black community: hip hop, reality TV, social media, and broken homes. Those are the four things that I think the majority of what we deal with, we can trace it back to one of those four. And I think what we're seeing from, in particular, the modern black woman is something that has come up through broken homes in the black community that a lot of times we don't want to slow down and really deal with because it's easier just to pass the blame and say it's her fault and then she say it's our fault and then go back and forth. But let's listen to and pay attention to a statistic here. 70% of black children have been raised in a single parent home. 70%. That's 7 out of 10. Those are not low numbers. Let's get that out the way right now. 70% is not low numbers. For 70% of black children to be raised in a home that is, number one, single parent, number two, predominantly by the mother, that's going to have an impact on the children. We have to understand that. It don't matter how hard she tried. It don't matter how good she raised. It don't matter. It's going to have an impact psychologically and in our society, a part of our culture. It's going to have an impact. So think about a young girl that's being raised by her mother. And this lady now, let's just say the daughter now, let's just put her around 25, 30 years old, right? Somewhere in that age bracket. But she was raised by her mother. What did she see in the home? We don't know for sure, but let's just talk about it so we can try to get somewhere. Hold on. What did she see in the home? She saw mom pay all the bills. She saw mom have to work several jobs to make ends meet. Listen to the words that I'm using now. She saw mom have to go without the luxuries of life. There was no extra money for vacations. There was no taking the children out the country. And for that matter, there was no even going real places in the country. There was no going to Disneyland, Disney World for these children. We're seeing mom have to work several jobs to make ends meet. She don't even have extra money to get her own hair and her own nails done. She's trying to put together a couple pennies just to provide a good Christmas or a good birthday. Mom's car break down. She ain't really got the money to get it fixed. Sometimes, and we got to be honest, sometimes as we got older, right, we realized maybe what was going on. Sometimes mom may have to have laid on her back, not because she was a 304, but just to get the car running. And Jody is good at fixing cars, but he ain't going to do it for free. He ain't going to do it just because he's an honorable man. So mom may have had to lay on her back to get the Volkswagen fixed. And the little girl that's watching in the home, she's seeing struggle. I'm seeing my mom struggle. There are no luxuries. There's no financial security. Mom is saying every week, I don't know how I'm going to pay these bills. She see the stress lines on her mom's face. She hear it in her tone. This stuff is put out in the atmosphere. Struggle. And when you study psychology and you understand the things that takes place, it's going to create two subconscious effects in the mind, especially of a young child. It's going to produce at least two. Number one, they're going to have resentment to the struggle. They're going to resentment, and it's subconscious. So it's not something that they're thinking about every day or constantly. Remember, this is subconscious. It's under the surface. You can't tell that it's there, but it's there. I've seen my mom struggle. I don't like struggle. I have resentment against anything that looks like struggle. And the second thing it's going to produce is a desire for compensation, because I feel like I have earned through the struggle. Through the struggle, again, subconscious. It's not something that they understand that they're doing. But I have earned through the struggle the right to have compensation, as if compensation can somehow erase the struggle that they went through growing up. And all of this stuff is going on in the subconscious. Then they get old enough, right? They get old enough to be able to date. And within themselves, they've already kind of made a vow and said within themselves, silently, subconsciously, I'll never struggle like that. For whatever reason, I'll never put myself in a position to struggle like that. Then they get old enough and it's time to date. And they date a man and not realize that they have not been healed. They have not seen healthy relationships. It has never been modeled in front of them. All they've seen is mom struggle. Any guy that came around, for the most part, he was there to fix the car. Mom would go in the room, close the door. Hour later, he would leave, go tinker with the battery, get the car running. Mom would be sad. This stuff goes out into the atmosphere. It goes out. The young girls see it. Then they're old enough to date and they run into, let's say, a decent man, but he may not have all of his ducks in a row. And listen to what the ladies are saying now when they're starting the date. She may run into a decent man, but because he may not already be successful within herself, she's already told herself, I'm not going to struggle. So she has to let him know something that's in her subconscious. You nice looking. You may be well on your way. I appreciate the attention, but I'm not doing struggle love. As a matter of fact, if you want to deal with me, I need you to pay for my hair. I need you to pay for my nails. I need you to pay for my toes. I need you to get a passport and take me out the country. Why are they talking like that? Because they've seen struggle. They have resentment to it and they desire compensation. And it's not something that they're even doing intentionally. It's a part of the breakdown of the family. So when you try to date them, they want to date transaction with a transaction. I know you want body. I'll give you body, but you're going to have to pay in order to have the body. And the sad thing about it is, because they've never seen a healthy relationship, they will assume that financial security is love, and they will offer nothing else for the man. That's the problem with those relationships. That woman will assume if there's financial security there, that's love. But she don't understand that a man needs more than just her body or just her appearance. And she don't understand that a man provides more than just money. That's why we have to be healed. So they expect the man to pay everything that they want him to pay for. It don't matter if she work or not. You pay all my bills. You take care of the house. You take care of everything in the house. And don't ask me about my money. And she don't realize it's because she's stuck on financial security and never had a relationship or understood a relationship that required two people to grow together as a partner and build something, because she never seen it. And that's the world that we live in today. And it's not every woman that does that, because I know some of y'all are going to say, Professor X, well, my mom raised me, but I don't feel that way. I understand that. But remember, it only takes one bad apple to spoil the whole bunch. One good apple won't make 10 bad apples good, but one bad apple can spoil 10 good apples. And when we put this stuff into the culture and social media, into the atmosphere, and women start thinking like that, and then you even got, like I said, music. You even in hip hop, you got rappers talking about if your man can't buy you this, if your man can't buy you that. You got dudes on Facebook talking about if your man can't put $50,000 in your account while you with him. You got women talking about if you ain't gonna pay all my bills, why do I need you? I can just stay independent. You see the words they're using? Everything about a man is related to money, and nobody understands that there's more to a man than money, and there's more to a woman than sex. And that's the world we live in now. It's all going to be transaction. But remember this before I let you go. When your city, downtown in your city on a Saturday night, where there's transactions being made, where one person give up their body for money, what do we call that? You heard me? In your city, in your town, at your truck stop, where somebody's going to give up sex for money as a transaction, what do we call that? And whatever it is, it's not a relationship. Got it? Good.